previous video, we have derived the equations for laws of motion and described about the law of conservation of the linear momentum. In this video, we are going to learn about the torque and the angular momentum. Torque. What is torque? The torque is defined as the turning effect of a force on a particle with mass m about a fixed axis of rotation. The torque is mathematically represented as tau is equal to r times the force acting on a particle. If the particles makes an angle theta with axis of rotation, then the above equation becomes tau is equal to rf sin theta n cap. If theta is 90 degrees, as we know sin 90 is equal to 1, this equation becomes tau is equal to rf n cap. So this the position vector and the fixed axis of the rotation becomes perpendicular to each other. So tau is equal to or perpendicular to f n cap. Here it is also important that if the force passes through the axis of rotation, the no torque will be produced. If this is the orbit which particle travels and this is the axis of rotation, the force passes through this axis of rotation, no turning effect will be produced. And also the sense of rotation of this particle is the fixed. That means it might be anti-clockwise or clockwise, and the unit of the torque is Newton times or Newton per meter. As by the diagram, let R be the position vector of a particle mass m moving along a track with momentum p about a fixed axis O. Then the angular momentum is represented by L is equal to R times P. P is equal to mv, and this is the linear momentum of that particle. This particle make an angle theta with the axis of rotation, then this equation can be written as L is equal to R times P sin theta n cap. If this theta becomes 90 degrees, that means sin 90 is equal to 1. This equation becomes L is equal to as the movement of the particle and the axis of rotation becomes the perpendicular R perpendicular P and cap. Next, theorem on angular momentum. This theorem states that rate of change of angular momentum on a particle about a fixed axis of rotation is equal to the net torque acting on that particle. Since by the definition of the angular momentum, L is equal to R times P. Differentiating this equation with respect to T, we get dl by dt is equal to d by dt of R into P. That implies dl by dt is equal to, as per the product rule of the differentiation, we get this term as R times dp by dt plus p times dr by dt. That implies dl by dt is equal to r times dp by dt plus p times, as we all know, a change of position or change of displacement is equal to velocity v, and p is also equal to mv. This equation implies dl by dt is equal to r times dp by dt plus, as we know, p is equal to mv into v, implies dl by dt is equal to r times dp by dt plus m. The cross product of same vectors is equal to 0. So 0 into something 0. So this whole term becomes 0. dl by dt is equal to r dp by dt. We neglect this term. Since it becomes 0. So according to Newton's second law, the rate of change of momentum is equal to net force acting on a particle. From that equation, dp by dt also can be written as force. Hence proved. Conservation theorem of angular momentum. This theorem states that if the net torque acting on a body rotating about the fixed axis is 0, then the angular momentum of that particle rotating about a fixed axis is constant. As we all know, a rate of change of angular momentum is equal to a torque acting on that particle. If a torque is equal to 0, apply 0 in this equation. That implies dl by dt is equal to 0, dl is equal to 0 times dt. Declaring this equation gives dl is equal to integral 0 times dt. 0 into something 0. So this equation implies L is equal to 0, as the angular momentum is conserved or constant.